We are live at the Charlotte Convention Center for the Girl Tribe pop-up, which is a traveling shopping experience. Now, you can see a huge crowd here now to check out these women-led brands and workshops, along with fitness classes, cocktails, and food. Today, we are bringing you all new stories about some of the female entrepreneurs here and the businesses they have poured their hearts and souls into. What better way to start than with the two women behind the Girl Tribe brand? This all possible.
Step into the world of Girl Tribe. From the pink Christmas tree to the disco balls.
Oh my gosh, it's like a part. It's so fun back here.
It's clear this is no ordinary business. It's really more of a movement.
Really what we're trying to do with anything that we touch is just fearlessly lead women to find their magic.
If you know anything about Girl Tribe, you've seen the magic that Sarah Balcom and Carrie Barker have created. But I asked the two Charlotte natives to take me back to how it all started.
So I'd just gotten out of interior design school and I was sort of kind of scouting for jobs, and she was the only female architect that I even knew. And so I just kind of messaged her on Facebook and I said, hey, I'm kind of looking for a job, like, can I buy you a coffee? And so we sat at Starbucks on East Boulevard and ended up talking for 8 hours. And at the end of it, I was like, you know what? I just got my degree, but I don't want to do interior design. I think I want to start my own online dress shop. And she was like, oh, you know what? I actually don't want to be an architect anymore either. I've been dabbling in graphic design. Can I do your website? Like, it would be a great portfolio piece. And I was like, yeah, totally. So from then on, we started working together, even though I had my own company and she had her own company.
Eventually, they joined forces further, creating an online graphic t-shirt business of their own designs.
We both put $100 into the company, and that's the only investment we've ever taken since.
That's amazing.
We started with 48 shirts. They sold out. We reinvested that. Then we did 72 shirts, reinvested that. Then we did 148. We grew very incrementally.
Then came their idea for a Facebook group called Girl Tribe, a place for female entrepreneurs to support one another.
Overnight, it grew from 20 women to 1,000, and they were all female entrepreneurs, and they said, hey, the holidays are coming up. We should do something together.
The idea was create a space where female business owners, many without their own brick and mortar stores, could set up shop temporarily, interact with customers, and learn from each other. But at first,
Carrie was like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. I'm 28 weeks pregnant. I'm not gonna do an event. And I was like, okay, whatever, sure. Carrie goes away to a conference, and they take her phone away so that she's not distracted during the conference. And so during that weekend, I just started telling people we were gonna do a pop-up because she couldn't tell me no. So she came back and we kind of just ran with it.
For the first pop-up event, they were begging vendors to sign up, but it worked. Customers lined up. Now there is a wait list in Charlotte to be a vendor.
At the end of the day, what really fires both of us up is, in both of our separate businesses, is we found community with each other, and then we started finding community with other women-owned businesses. For me personally, I think both of us, we love the pop-ups because it's the entirety of our message.
These days, beyond the pop-ups that have expanded far beyond Charlotte, they have an adorable boutique in South End, bustling online business, and that t-shirt line that continues to kill it. But even with all their success, the Girl Tribe girls, both mothers on top of moguls, got real about the reality of running a small business as women.
Is it harder to be a female entrepreneur compared to a male entrepreneur?
Oh yeah, we've had partnerships fall through because people will say, I just don't see the value in what you're doing. And then I'm like, on paper, the value is there, but I think what I'm hearing from you don't see the value because I'm a young woman. These are all young women.
So what's your full-time job?
Yeah, we get that all the time. What's your full-time job?
Really?
Yeah. This can't possibly be your full-time job. I'm like, actually, it's not just our full-time job. It's 7 women's full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's fine. Underestimate me. Do it.
Yeah.
That's just gonna make me work harder.
Teaching other entrepreneurs to block out the noise, criticism, and excuses is part of what they do, and making them understand their worth.
If you have that idea and it feels beautiful and sacred and you want to share it, then do it.
It was such a pleasure speaking with them. And there are so many women in our city that are doing just that. Our reporter Deshaun Brown got to meet Allie Dean, who realized she could make a career out of her passion.
If you're looking for the inspiration behind the alleyway market, look no further than Allie.
It's very spunky, it seems like, and full of life. What does that say about your personality, or what's the message you want to come across with your pieces?
This is my personality. You can see my personality everywhere in my brand. It's all like really fun, really bubbly, just really happy stuff.
There's glitz, glam, and a whole lot of flash. No, really, Allie's signature piece, lightning bolts. Little ones, big ones, and filled with glitter.
There's no such thing as too much.
For Allie Dean, this is living the dream. A couple years ago, she was working at a law firm and had just become a new mom. That's when she discovered there was something more tugging at her.
Didn't want to go back to work, so I started hand stamping jewelry, and I put it on Etsy, and I realized I'm making money doing this.
Those first few sales turned into pop-ups, which turned into her very first space at Charlotte Collective. It's a dream Allie shares with family, including her husband, whose tools she'll borrow from time to time.
His tools are here right now. I was using them to make bracelets before you got here.
So you still use them?
Yep, they're mine now.
Some of her pieces are hand-stamped, like this brass beauty of the Charlotte skyline. But Allie is also showcasing the latest trends in jewelry, fashion, still flashy and fun.
Satin leopard joggers, yeah.
Her goal is to open her own shop one day and be that model for her baby girl, Madeline.
I love it because my mom was an extremely hard worker and she was a single mom, and it just taught me like how to be strong and independent and do what you need to do to get things done, and I love being able to show that to Madeline.
She is setting an excellent example for Madeline and also making her own mom proud. Our next artist may surprise you. When you think of concrete, you probably imagine sidewalks or construction. But like a true artist, the woman Susanna Black introduces us to saw something totally different.
If you would have told Shamila Varner she'd mix concrete for a living,
It needs to be the consistency of like smooth peanut butter.
she never would have believed it.
I was administrative assistant for a construction company. So I did that for a few years. I also worked at Starbucks, which I love, for like 10 years.
But her love for sustainability led her to leap from her 9-to-5 and turn her hobby making candles into a thriving business.
So then I'm gonna pour it in here. The candle industry, they do not recycle. People are not recycling the glass. It's beautiful glass, but people aren't reusing it. So there's just a lot of waste.
So she searched for something else to hold her candles and discovered concrete, while not traditionally seen as pretty, is as renewable as can be.
I think when people think of concrete, they just think gray or maybe like cement blocks. And then I show them and they touch it and they feel it and they pick it up and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is concrete.
Take a look for yourself. With the help of colorant and fun designs, Varner has transformed her concrete into candles that smell as unique as they look.
I'm sure you have to be very intentional about the scents that you're picking because, I mean, it's part of your brand.
Absolutely. Like I want to make sure I'm doing something a little bit unique.
Like her favorite, Clint Eastwood.
It is pipe tobacco and clove. It's basically what I imagine Clint Eastwood would smell like.
I love that.
Once they're all burned, the concrete molds double as planters.
You just stick the air plants in there and it looks really funky and cool.
She's even crafting ornaments and furniture, pieces for every room in your home.
Kind of be like the West Elm of concrete. That's my goal. Like I want to bring that to Charlotte.
She sells her Queen City Crete items at the Summerbird Boutique in Noda. And of course, she is here today meeting with new customers. You can see there are so many people here, all finding that special holiday gift you wouldn't find anywhere else and supporting local entrepreneurs while they're at it.